I just wanted to show you, I got this motor just about ready to pull out. I pretty much got everything loose. There are bolts. See if I can point something out to you. It's kind of hard, the light's not that great. So there's bolts all the way around this thing. It's basically like a bell housing. So those are all loose. Wasn't much wiring. Everything kind of plugs up to this box right here. That's where everything sort of plugs up to that. Down inside here, you can see the drive shaft. That is on a shaft that runs through here, and it should slip off of that shaft because it's bolted to the flywheel. So what I got to do is I got to get the motor forward enough for it to slip off. And let me show you. As you can see, the motor's loose, so she's rocking and rolling. And I've got everything. I got the fuel line off. The biggest issue on this that I saw, so that harmonic balancer down here, that thing, how's that? That has a pulley on it. And before I took the pulley off, there was only 1.5 inches up to the back of this seat, and the gas tank's in there. So that was a problem. And what I had to do is take this pulley right here off. And that was super hard because there was actually no room whatsoever to get in there. I want to point this out because if anybody works on one of these boats, you probably have this issue, and man, it's tough. So what's in there holding it are these Torx bolts. They're basically called a Torx head. I don't know if you can see that or not. So that's a Torx head, and they were in here. There's 3 of them in there, and then this center bolt, that bolt holds the harmonic balancer on underneath. So you have to take them all out, and that's a hard thing to do, let me tell you, because they had Loctite on those things, and that was super hard. What I did is, let me find it here. There's the tip, and I have the socket that was in right here. So this is a Torx socket with the Torx bit in it right there. And what I had to do is I had to put it in the vise over here, you know, put it in the vise like this, and I took my punch. I think I might have put it away already. I took my punch and I drove this out, and then I got in there with like 2 fingers, and you get it on the bolt, and then once you get it on the bolt, that's a 5/16. So I had a 5/16 ratchet wrench. You guys can hear that, I'm holding the camera. So this is what's called a ratchet wrench. You can flip it over and it'll go either way. You can hear it clicking. So that's what I used. In order to get leverage off of this, I had to use another small wrench that wouldn't keep slipping off. So I used this one here with the ratchet wrench with the bit, and I just hooked the, you can hook the wrench. I'll show you on a big one here. Like I said, I'm one-handed here, so it's a little bit hard. So what you could do, once you got it on the bolt up here, you just hook your wrench right into this wrench here, and it'll give you that much more leverage. Okay? That's what you gotta have. And let me tell you, it took me upwards of about 3 hours to get those 3 bolts out. They were tough all the way. And I had to wear gloves because it hurt my hand, but I finally got them out, so it was like a victory. And what we're going to do now is we'll get that motor out of there, so we're going to work on that. Like I said, I got to push it forward. Now I got 4, I think I've got about, I haven't measured it, but I think I may have about 4 inches now up in here, which is a beautiful thing. See if I can get an eyeball on it for you guys. So yeah, Basically this thing right up in here. Alright, so I need to push the motor forward probably about 4 inches, and then it'll slip off that drive shaft. So I gotta push the motor forward, slip that drive shaft off. There's no guarantee on that yet, so stay tuned. I am a little concerned about the cherry picker raising the motor up high enough to get it clear of the bolt. So I may end up having to work underneath that motor a little bit. I pulled both wheels off and just set it on the axle so I get as much height as I could. And luckily, I mean, this thing is butted all the way up against the boat, and I'm actually right over the carburetor, and it's in the last bolt hole here, and it's a 1/2 ton. So hopefully, I don't think it can't raise up much because it'll get caught up underneath the boat. And we're going to get it out of there. No matter what, it's coming. Okay, I'm all set up. I'm going to see if I can get this motor out of here. One of the things you want to do when you're pulling a motor, you don't want to just like start cranking and pushing and yanking and pulling. You know, you pull, you never know, you don't have a wire in there, you break something, hurt yourself. Basically, you want to finesse it. You want everything to be nice and smooth and clear, and just kind of ease it up out of there, you know. Well, you don't want to tear anything up. Last thing you want to do is keep fixing stuff. The first thing I'm going to try to do is push that motor forward. Jiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It'll come up a little bit with the motor, I think. I'm just worried about that bell housing, but it kind of flops around, so I think it'll be alright. Oh, that's crazy. I love that. Heck yeah. Looks like I'm going to be able to pull the motor, the little bell housing off of there. That's sweet. The bell housing cleared. So it paid off to take that pulley off, and that harmonic balancer pulley there. That paid off big time. If I hadn't done that, it would have been a big fight. Holding me. Hey everybody, it's Ken, and I'm working on my boat still. I've got like parts 1, 2, 3, probably going to be 4, 5, 6, who knows by the time I get done with this thing. It's been a lot of work, and I've been working on it all day. I mean, pretty much all evening. I kind of like to work late. I got the AC on, but I think it's still like 90 degrees when I looked at my phone, so it's hot. But what I've done with this thing, I'll show you. Let me turn my little screen around. So what I've done is I've got the, this is called the bowl. I got that off. That's the, basically the propeller. And there's a few parts over there. I got the lid off. And here's the inside. Hopefully you can see. I got a light down. Let me get this light up a little bit, maybe. But so I had to use a puller to get the propeller off, and I got the axle driven part of the way out. So I'm not exactly sure. I know I'm going to need a shaft and a whole rebuild kit. This thing's kind of like a wear ring right there. I'm probably going to need a new one of those. That one actually doesn't look terribly bad. I don't know a lot about this kind of stuff, but hopefully that'll work. Just kind of wanted to show you. Sorry about the light. Just kind of show you what all I got here. I got the motor pulled up, and when I started it, it was it just sounded bad. I didn't think it was a motor knock, but I wasn't sure. And then when you slow the motor down, it would it was almost like some kind of a bearing in the pump was dragging. And what it is, inside that bowl, there's two bushings. They sit right next to each other, and those things, I mean, they were getting grease, but they were bad, and it kind of messed up the tail shaft. It's like you can feel it. It's real rough there, so I'm gonna have to put a whole shaft in the thing and rebuild kit. Not sure about that bearing up there, but anyway, I looked at a bunch of videos online, and I just kind of tackled it. I'm not really a boat mechanic, and I've definitely never worked on a jet pump before, so that's all new to me. But I kind of want to get you involved in this a little bit, just kind of let you know how I'm going. And I'm determined to get this thing running because I got money in it. And I can't let it sit here and not use it, and then winter's coming, this and that and the other. My daughter lives down in Louisiana. I was thinking of it. I may try to take it down there this winter and enjoy it a little bit, who knows. But there it is. We'll get back on it later. Just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'm glad you subscribed. I got like a few subscribers now, so I really appreciate those guys, and I hope you enjoy what you're watching. I'll try to get back. There's the truck. I'm gonna try to get back on that truck one of these days, and that's another little honey right there that I got this, and I got another car out there in the lean-to, and I don't know, man. I tell you, money's tight. And it's not easy. Not easy being greasy. Wish I had better light, but anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.